So this panel discussion has come about through the ever-growing issue of diverse representation in the environmental movement. So we decided to put together this panel discussion with people from a range of different backgrounds and sectors to have that initial conversation of identifying these barriers and what other sectors have done in addressing this, and crucially, how we can become better at reaching out to other communities in Cardiff, understanding their struggles and working with them for a more environmentally and friendly, socially just Cardiff.
It feels like at the moment, absolutely, activism is really important, but the world is so unbalanced, and yeah, to have a really real meaningful conversation about this means also to think about the historic context and the structures that have been created to enable this to happen and how we get rid of that.
You know, I see a very pale environment and climate change sector, which is very unappealing and irrelevant to anybody who isn't white and middle class. So whilst I don't personally experience barriers to be able to act myself, I see huge barriers for the movement in terms of achieving our aims and objectives.
We need to change the word of you know, your organization, my charity, into a we. And when you do a we collectively, you know, yes, we will move forward because we're working together and we're creating a new community to see how we can help what's around us, both from personal and a professional level as well.
Many from the ethnic minority communities who do those 0-hour working regime, if you like, you know, and that's something we need to bear in mind. And quite often we discuss about getting more ethnic minority into politics and more involved, etc. But again, you know, it requires a lot of voluntary work, and for someone to give up the earnings and get involved where, you know, they don't know if they're going to get earnings and involved in voluntary work, it's a big ask for people who are living at those levels, basically, where next meal won't be earned unless they go out and work. Both the environmental movement and the, you know, ethnic minority and race equalities movement, they have a lot in common, that we are up against the system, as Abdul quite rightly recognised, and there's so much that needs doing, and the time is clicking, you know, it's ticking away.
There are a lot of things we can't control, but what we can control is what we do ourselves. So if we can make a little difference on what we can control and what we want to participate in and how we want to move forward, that's a positive in itself.
Collectively, we understand the world, the Earth's survival is at stake here. And if we're not ready to fight for that, then what the hell are we going to fight for?